Kentucky Fried Chicken soon to become Texas Fried Chicken. What sounds better? Texas Fried Chicken sounds pretty good to me. Kentucky Fried Chicken? We've done that, right? I guess I never really thought about Kentucky as the location. It just never dawned on me. It was always Kentucky Fried Chicken, and that was just kind of, that moniker, right? Well, now, Texas Fried Chicken, let's see. Let's get into it. Why are they moving to Texas? Yeah, like every other company that's gone to Texas and away from wherever. Let's get into it. Here we go. Quick little video.
Flying the coop for the greener pasture here in the Lone Star State. Company announcing they are moving their U.S. headquarters from its longtime home in Louisville, Kentucky to Plano. KFC's parent company, Yum Brands, says this jump will improve what they call service and collaboration between all of its brands, including Plano-based Pizza Hut. So we're talking about 100 employees making that move in the next 6 months or so.
Texas Fried Chicken?
Texas Fried Chicken. We do everything else, baby.
Maybe a name change. Who knows?
Texas Fried Chicken. Nah, they're not changing that name. I like Kentucky Fried Chicken. Kentucky Fried Chicken drumsticks. Those are the best. They're not the best for your body, right? I mean, fried chicken. You got some protein in there, but got a lot of chemicals too, right? Got that fried, but that's what the fried part is just so good, isn't it? So delicious. Kentucky Fried Chicken is leaving its roots behind, so to speak. The infamous brand set to follow in the recent wake of a handful of companies relocating to Texas. A handful? Yeah. I mean, there's been just a bunch. I've podcasted most all of them to the point where people are like, yeah, we get it. You're moving to Texas. You're moving to wherever. KFC is going to Plano, which is basically North Dallas. Among the fast food chains operated by Yum Brands, that's a great name, Yum Brands. KFC is relocating its U.S. corporate from Louisville to Plano. Yum announced on Tuesday about 100 corporate workers will move from Louisville to Plano. So they're saying that it is we got personnel here, we got personnel there. But let's be honest, Texas is just offering more. It's a better business environment. And if you've already got personnel in Plano doing their whole thing, who was it back in the day when I was hanging out? I lived in Plano for a little bit with my parents during that whole, what are we doing here with life thing? And Frito-Lay had and I think they still do. Frito-Lay was somewhere there in Plano and had just a massive, massive factory. I think was it the main factory? I can't remember, but a lot of food companies. And back then it wasn't cool to have companies in Texas. It was, but everybody else was like, Texas, 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 there's nothing there. Now you've just got companies moving there in droves because the other states, particularly California, has been so mismanaged. And Texas and Florida have not been. And that typically has to do with political leadership. Nobody is moving to California because of the levels of bureaucracy. You know what I mean? Nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that. Parent company wants to bring additional teams together. They want to get more synergy. They want to have more people working in the office, yada, 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 yada. Customers, franchisees, workers, and shareholders. It just makes sense. They're going to make more money. They're going to put out more fried chicken. They're going to make more money. Everybody's going to be happy. You guys are going to have more fried chicken. It's going to be great. Hallelujah, right? Yum and the KFC Foundation will maintain offices in Louisville, and Taco Bell and Habit Burger and Grill, also Yum operated, will stay headquartered in Irvine, California. How long till I'm podcasting? Yep, that second portion that was in Irvine, California. They've also joined the other people, the other escapees who made it into Texas. Another roughly 90 remote workers will also be asked to relocate to Plano and Irvine during the next year and a half. The company said they're shutting down Kentucky Fried Chicken, shutting down their Louisville location. My grandfather went to University of Louisville. He went to med school there, I believe. I can't remember. He's getting hustled through to become a doctor in World War II. Remember how they did that? I don't, but that's just what I'm told. Number of corporations, including those in the tech industry, have recently relocated to Texas. Elon Musk's rocket company, SpaceX, transferred its corporation from Delaware to Texas. Everybody is moving there. And yet, you know what you hear Governor Brocream, Gavin Newsom, talk about is we've got the greatest economy. It's the greatest economy. We've got the most growth. We've got businesses coming in here left and right. Those other businesses leave. They weren't anything significant. They're not impacting us. We're just brushing this off like, there's no tomorrow. California's great. California's resilient. We're going to rebuild. We're going to... Meanwhile, they're just bleeding out companies left and right? So we got Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg in January stated the company's content oversight teams would be moving from Cali to Texas. That was interesting. That's an interesting one because Zuckerberg, Zuck the Cuck, has just really shifted his allegiance from the left to the right. That's been an interesting deal to watch. Joe Rogan thinks it's because of jujitsu. Might be right. There's not a lot of guys in the UFC. There's not a lot of guys in MMA that vote left. Yeah. No, they just don't. Yeah, I'm kind. I'm insensitive. And, I just like to go out and hurt people. Those two things just don't go together, do they? No. Oracle currently plans to set up its global headquarters in Nashville, Tennessee, roughly 5 years after CEO Larry Ellison announced he moved from Silicon Valley to Austin, Texas. I mean, Austin, it's another... I hear of kids going to Austin all the time because it's fun. It's, used to be affordable. It's in Texas. Everybody's moving there, but Austin is not such it's got more going on than Dallas for the kids, I think. And it's got definitely more going on than like Houston. So Austin it is, and that's where Joe Rogan is, right? It's where a lot of people have moved. In its announcement, Yum offered a nod to its deep-rooted history in Kentucky. It said it would provide $1 million endowment to the College of Business. All right, guys, on our way out, we're going to leave you some crumbs. We're just going to leave you some crumbs. Thanks for the ride. We've been here for how long? I mean, their whole history, right? Hence the name Kentucky Fried Chicken. Additionally, KFC said it planned to build a first-of-its-kind flagship restaurant in Louisville. We're going to pull all of our corporate out of your city, but we're going to give you an endowment, $1 million endowment, which is nothing. And then we're going to do a restaurant in Louisville in honor to our heritage. So they're going to keep KFC the same. They're not changing it to Texas Fried Chicken because, marketing. That whole thing, right? KFC was launched more than 75 years ago. Okay, here we go. 75 years ago by Harlan Sanders. Remember Colonel Sanders, also known the Colonel? Had white hair, big mustache. That guy was great. Loved the Colonel. And remember when? It's what old guys do, right? Yep, guilty. Remember when we changed it from Kentucky Fried Chicken? Remember when fried became a word? We're like, oh, good Lord, you can't say that. It's almost like saying homeless in 2020, right? You can't say fried. Well, we don't like fried. There's no fried up in here. And so we went to KFC. We're going to hide the fact that the F in KFC stands for fried because it's no longer, viable to have fried in the name of your company. So many things have changed, right? So 75 years ago, Harlan Sanders, the Colonel, in 1930, bought a roadside motel in Corbin, Kentucky, began selling his Southern-style fried chicken to interstate travelers. Want some chicken? Stop, get some chicken. I mean, what a business. That's been a great business. I don't eat there often. I just don't. I mean, I like chicken, but I'd rather have it grilled. I just feel better about myself after eating it. All that breading, it just, kind of no-go. But if you have it like once a year, oh man, it is delicious. I mean, just scrape off that skin and go, right? It just sounds horrible, doesn't it? But that's what you get it for, right? Otherwise, it's just regular chicken, and it does taste delicious. Also, their mashed potato. Their mashed potato is good. Let's be honest. It's a bunch of chemicals, but at this point in time, none of us make it out alive. And so enjoy yourself, feed yourself whatever you want, and, just exercise it off. That's what we're doing, right? Yeah. That's it for me on this one. Thanks so much for being here. I'll catch up with you in the next one. Bye for now.